şehitlerimizin muhterem aileleri, kıymetli gazilerimiz,
distinguished family members of our martyrs and veterans, my dear brothers and sisters,
hürmetle
I would like to greet all of you with my most heartfelt emotions and my deepest regards.
15 Temmuz Milli İrade Destanımızın 4.
We are
devriyesi
experiencing the fourth anniversary of our July 15th saga, and it's a great pleasure to share this evening with the families of veterans and martyrs on this important occasion. Welcome to the home of the nation, this veteran place, the presidential complex.
programımızı teşrifleriniz için her birinize
I would like to thank each one of you individually for honoring our event, our program. And as I begin my remarks, I would like to send our gratitude to those who sacrificed their lives to protect the values that they hold holy for their flag and for their nation. I'd like to start by wishing God's blessings on their souls. Also, we should send our gratitude to the veterans who have reached the status of being a veteran and wish them a long and healthy life. Of course, it's very difficult to lose your child. Maybe it is the greatest suffering or the greatest test a parent can experience on this earth, to lose a child. And I know as a father that, for instance, a mother who has buried her child or a father who has lost his child, there are no words that can console them. For that reason, may God not make any parent experience such a suffering. Similarly, it's also a great suffering to lose any other family member. Only people who have experienced it firsthand can fully understand how it feels. For that reason, may God give you the families of martyrs the greatest of patiences, and may He help you pass this important test, because according to our faith, the highest level a person can reach is martyrdom after being a prophet. But reaching that level of a martyr, as elevated as that level is, the patience that those left behind should demonstrate, that is equally challenging, and it's such a high and elevated level.
her bir şehit yakınımızın
Every
hassasiyet
martyr's family member, I'm sure, is acting in such feelings. I know this closely. On every occasion possible, I visit families of martyrs. I come together with them, and sometimes I try to talk with them on phone calls. I visit homes or in the phone calls or in the meetings like the one we're having here today. We always discuss and admire the courage of martyrs' families. So through you, as the President of the Republic of Turkey, on behalf of my country and my nation, I send our gratitude to all martyr families. Martyrs are also our family members now, families and parts of the hearts of the whole nation, especially the orphans that are left behind. They are children of our nation now. Hopefully, as a nation, we'll be able to protect this heritage that was entrusted to us. We will honor the souls of the martyrs, and we never, hopefully, will abandon and forget about our veterans. In the histories of nations, as Cengiz Aytmatov says, there are certain days when a day is as equally important as a whole century. The July 15th was such an occasion. On that night, the nation with the men and women, with the young and the old, 83 million, stood as a single body and they demonstrated a great defiance which will be written in golden letters in history, a great victory that shall never be forgotten. The bullets of the traitors, their helicopters, tanks, barrels, against all of those weapons, our nation protected its independence and saved the nation and state from an attempt of a coup, but was also able to avert an attempt on occupation. Today, with the children, the spouses, the parents, and siblings, today we're sharing this event with the families of martyrs, and on that night, those martyrs displayed a great show of bravery and heroism. The bullets that were fired were weak against the takbirs chanted by the martyrs, and thanks to the help of God and with the prayers of the oppressed, and thanks to the courage of our noble nation, as well as the altruism of our veterans and martyrs for our country and for our nation, that dark night turned into a bright morning. For 40 years, our state was infiltrated like a tumor by this terror group, and after July 15th, we took even more dedicated measures against it. From different bodies of the state, we eradicated terror elements from our state bodies, and after July 15th, just like Daesh to PKK to YPG, we were able to inflict heavy blows on different terror groups, and this was thanks to us being able to eradicate FETÖ elements from our state. For instance, our judiciary, which we now cleanse, became renewed hope for the search of justice for our nation. Or teachers who brainwashed students, or courses or private schools, as they were closed one by one, the children received new visions. And the Turkish armed forces was cleansed of the traitors within, and when it came to the survival and future of Turkey, now the army is able to carry out any operation. July 15th strengthened our democracy, but it also became a milestone in the fight against terror in our country. Not just within our borders, but in Syria and Iraq, we were also able to carry out the largest military operations of our history against the terror groups. And by doing so, we were able to disrupt the plans of besieging our country from the south. We are also taking steps to defend the rights of Cypriot Turks. Thankfully, Turkey is able to fight against threats to its national security by its own means and to fight them in their own source. Turkey was able to reach this level. In the past, even to fight against terror, we had to take permission or aid from certain forces, but we no longer have that Turkey. Today, at every issue that concerns our country, we do not look to others, but we rather look to our own nation, and we do not see any obstacle when it comes to protecting the rights of our country. On July 15th, 251 of our fellow countrymen were massacred by FETÖ members, and we are bringing them to justice. We are using every political, judiciary, diplomatic means in order to catch them wherever they go in the world. So far, more than 100 FETÖ terror group members have been found where they were hiding in different parts of the world, and they have been submitted to justice. They are running centers under disguise of, for instance, cultural centers or courses in different countries of the world, and we are running a multifaceted struggle. 214 schools in different countries of the world have been transferred to the Turkish Maarif Foundation, and in 36 countries their institutions have been closed off thanks to our efforts. And our brotherly countries, friendly countries, are increasing the measures that they take against this terror group. International institutions and states are increasingly recognizing FETÖ as a terror group. Until the last FETÖ member is brought to justice, brought to a court, both inside and outside Turkey, we will continue this struggle in a very dedicated, in a very determined way. Our martyrs and veterans, martyrs' families and veterans should be able to maintain their lives without needing help from anyone. This is one of our utmost duties. In the past 18 years, as you also know, when it comes to protecting and helping families of martyrs and veterans, we have exerted great efforts. July 15th was claimed to be a controlled coup attempt by certain circles. They are trying to abuse the suffering of families, but we rather always sided with you in order to address your needs or solve your problems. We have passed many laws and carried out amendments, and hopefully in the future, with the same level of dedication, we will continue our activities. I would like to draw your attention to a particular point. Being a martyr or a veteran is above every kind of political plan, political calculation. Every martyr who has lost his life for the country or a veteran who risked the same for our nation is a shared value of our country. We cannot allow anyone to create a distinction, a discrimination between these values. On July 15th, certain people agreed with coup plotters and ran from between the tanks and took shelter in the safe house of a mayor. And we know that those political circles are trying to abuse this as well. They're claiming certain lies and slanders in order to confuse the families of martyrs and veterans. But our state has sided with the families at every problem that they have run into. After the malicious attack on July 15th, donation campaigns have been organized, and through those campaigns, our nation has helped the families of martyrs and families. In order to address the needs of families of martyrs and veterans, we have so far raised more than 340 million. This was raised by the nation, and in line with the purpose of donation, in line with the way they were donated, last year we have created a foundation for solidarity with the families of martyrs and veterans. Even though certain people were trying to wear out the foundation has been working very hard since the day it was founded to help families. During the pandemic, we continued supporting the families of martyrs and veterans, and the foundation has given 1,000 Turkish lira in cash aid to families of martyrs and veterans. To the level the resources of the foundation continue, this aid is going to continue. What is martyrdom? What is being a martyr? What is this important heritage? Certain circles are not aware of these questions, so please do not listen to them. Martyrs and veterans will be hosted in heaven, and the financial aid that we extend to them is only a symbol of loyalty by our nation, because otherwise such high titles, for instance being a martyr, cannot be compared to the financial aid that we make available to the families. In line with the level, in line with the holiness of this important title, we will continue walking with you. There are those who have difficulty in carrying this high responsibility. Hopefully, as soon as possible, they will be able to understand the true meaning of being a martyr's or veteran's family member. As I conclude my remarks on the occasion of this dinner, I am very pleased to find the opportunity to come together with you, the families. July 15th is our National Day of Democracy and National Unity, and on this occasion, once again, God's grace on the souls of the martyrs and a long and healthy life for our veterans. On behalf of my country and my nation, my gratitude to each one of you. Bon appetit.
Sayın Cumhurbaşkanımıza konuşmalarından dolayı teşekkür ediyoruz. Değerli konuklarımız, şimdi dua için Diyanet İşleri Başkanımız Profesör Doktor Sayın Ali Erbaş hocamızı kürsüye davet ediyorum efendim.
Amin. Euzu billahi mineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Elhamdülillahi rabbil alamin. Vel akibetu lil muttaqin. Ve la udvane illa alez zalimin. Ves salatu vesselamu ala rasulina Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve ashabihi ecmaîn. Allahümme Rabbena ya Rabbena tekabbel minna inneke entes semi'ul alim. Ve tüb aleyna ya Mevlana inneke entet tevvabur rahim. Vehdini vehdina ve veffikna ilel hakkı ve ila tariqim müstakim. Bi bereketil Kur'anil azim ve bi hurmeti habibike ve rasulikel kerim. Ve'fu anna ya kerim, ve'fu anna ya rahim. واغفر لنا ذنوبنا وذنوب آبائنا بفضلك وجودك وكرمك يا أكرم الأكرمين ve ya erhamer rahimin. Ey bizlere sayısız nimetlerle lütufta bulunan ve bizleri 15 Temmuz gecesinde milletçe büyük bir felaketten kurtaran yüce Rabbimiz, sana sonsuz hamdü senalar ediyoruz. Hamdimizi, şükrümüzü dergâh-ı uluhiyetinde kabul eyle Allah'ım. Yeryüzünü şereflendirmiş bütün peygamberlere ve bilhassa alemlere rahmet olarak gönderdiğin güzel ahlakıyla bütün insanlığa önder ve rehber kıldığın Hazreti Muhammed Mustafa'ya sonsuz salat ve selam ediyoruz. Haberdar eyle Allah'ım. Gazilerimizi dünya ve ahirette nimetinle müşerref eyle. Şehitlerimizin ruhlarını şad eyle Allah'ım. Ya Rab, 15 Temmuz gecesi ülkemizin birlik ve bütünlüğünü tehdit eden bir ihanet karşısında